Mario Kart World is the latest entry in the Mario Kart series and is a long-awaited sequel to Mario Kart 8. I personally view this game as a reboot of Mario Kart after Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where they had so many characters and so many maps. They really kind of dialed things back to bring it back to the core of Mario Kart with some added features. The added features really set this game apart from other Mario Kart entries, mostly the free roam feature and all of the different outfits and new characters that they've added from different Mario games. But is this game worth $80? We'll talk about it. To start, let's take a look at the game modes. The main game mode here is Grand Prix. Similar to previous entries, you race through a series of tracks, but the difference here is that you race from one track to the next as part of the Grand Prix series. The in-between sections are part of the following track, so you race to the next track and then around that track as well as part of that race. In addition, there are now 24 racers per race, and it makes the beginning of the race way more chaotic and the entire race feels a lot more fun. Other than that, Grand Prix is what you would expect from other Mario Kart games. There's not a lot of difference other than the racing in between tracks. You race 4 tracks, you get points based on your performance, and you move on to the next one. A new game mode to Mario Kart World from previous Mario Kart games is Knockout Tour. In Knockout Tour, you start on one track and you race consecutively through 4 different tracks and in between. When you get to the different checkpoints, a number of racers are eliminated, so it's kind of like a battle royale. If you're at the bottom of the standings, you get knocked out, and it shortens up until the last section is only 4 racers. It's really fun, really challenging, and it's like a marathon race. This is my favorite addition to the Mario Kart franchise in general in a long time. There haven't been a lot of additions since Mario Kart 8 originally came out in 2014, which is 11 years ago. So Knockout Tour is a really fresh way that they spiced up the game, in my opinion. Next game mode is Time Trials. Basically what you would expect. You get through your 3 mushrooms, you race around the track as fast as possible, and you compete to get the fastest possible time. You can race your ghost, you can race other people's ghosts. Not a lot else to say, I won't waste a lot of time with this. It's what you would expect, standard time trial mode from Mario Kart. Versus Race has a more customizable race selection. You can change your number of laps, number of races, and a few other options. In this mode, you race from one track to the next, or race a standard course. If you select a standard course, it's very customizable. This is really good for multiplayer and playing with friends. If you want to just race certain tracks or practice tracks, this is another good way to do that. Also, again, not a lot else to this. It's very standard for Mario Kart, not a big addition here. Real quick before we continue, hit that subscribe button. I need every subscriber I can get, so it takes 2 seconds. Please do it. Mean a lot to me. Thank you. Now, Battle Mode is a mode that I personally never really messed with in any Mario Kart game, so if these modes are not unique to this game, I apologize. I'll just go over them quickly. There's 2 main modes here. You have Balloon Battle and Coin Runners. In Balloon Battle, you have 5 balloons attached to the rear of your cart. The objective is to hit enemies with items like in regular Mario Kart races. When you hit somebody, they lose a balloon, and when you get hit, you lose a balloon. This game mode is timed. Whoever removes the most balloons from enemy players at the end is crowned the winner. I tried it just in this game, again, never done any battle modes in other Mario Kart games, but it seems pretty fun. I'm looking forward to doing a little bit more with this. Coin Runners is pretty simple. You collect as many coins as possible in the time limit. Whenever you get hit, you lose coins, and when you hit opponents, they drop coins, which you can then pick up. Whoever has the most coins at the end wins. In both of these modes, there are 8 tracks to select from, so not a huge selection. Again, I don't know if that's standard for Mario Kart, but that's how it is in this one. The final mode to talk about is Free Roam. This is the big new addition to Mario Kart World. You see, in Mario Kart World, all of the tracks are connected in one giant open world. In Free Roam, you can fully explore that. There's tons of hidden secrets, different areas to explore, fun Easter eggs, etc. Honestly, this is probably the coolest part of the game. You can practice on tracks, find different shortcuts. There are a bunch of hidden collectibles and challenges, such as these P-Switch challenges. This one here took me a couple of tries, but eventually we got it. As a reward, you get stickers. Stickers are collectibles that you earn in Mario Kart World from every game mode. You can see here a few of my stickers, and it tells you what I've done to obtain them. Overall, free roam is really the big highlight and selling point of this game. The whole world is yours to explore, and you could spend hours just driving around looking at everything. Now that we have all the game modes aside, let's talk about the tracks and the characters. There are 30 tracks in Mario Kart World, and there is a lot of variation in different environments. My initial reaction when seeing the amount of tracks was, wow, this is not very many. But when you think about it, in almost every recent Mario Kart game, there were 30 tracks at the beginning, and there are 30 tracks here. I think with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and all of the DLC, we kind of got spoiled and used to having an obscene amount of tracks. But 30 is pretty standard. Honestly, still, with all of that information, considering this game's $80, I feel like there could have been more tracks. Maybe that's just me, but it seems that they forego the additional tracks to make the open world, so that's what you get, I guess. My personal favorite track is DK Spaceport. You race up a construction zone that looks like Donkey Kong Arcade. There's a giant robot Donkey Kong that throws barrels at you. There's barrels that roll out on the track, burning oil barrels and oil slicks. It's really fun. The colors are vibrant, and I really just love this track. Just the concept of it really gets me going. For characters, you'll notice that they removed all of the other Nintendo game characters. There's no more Link, no more Animal Crossing characters, no more Inklings. I was pretty disappointed in this. If it were up to me, the direction I would go with Mario Kart would be to make it more of like a Nintendo Kart and add a whole bunch of characters, kind of like Smash Bros. It really seemed like that was the direction they were heading, so it was kind of disappointing that they really narrowed it down. That being said, all of the main characters have a bunch of different unlockable outfits, and they all count as different characters in the character select screen, so it makes it feel like there are a ton of characters. Now you don't have to fight with your friends over who gets to be Waluigi, because one person can be Vampire Waluigi, somebody can be Standard, everybody can be Waluigi. The outfits are unlocked by finding food. They have different little food stops, like little Yoshi drive-thrus, and different foods give you different outfits for different characters. You can also unlock a bunch of enemies in this game. These are unlocked through a transformation item. When found, it transforms everybody in the race and enemies to a random creature. Some of these are zone specific, some of them are very rare and can be found in any zone. This makes it very difficult to unlock every character. Overall, the character selection's fine. A lot of the new outfits are fun. Some of them are pretty boring. I really just miss the other Nintendo IP characters. I wish they would bring those back. So to conclude and to answer everyone's question, is this game worth $80? The short answer is, in my opinion, no. I would not pay $80 for this. The game is really fun, the free roam adds a lot, it's cool that you can be a cow, but it doesn't justify the $80 price point. That being said, if you buy the Mario Kart World Nintendo Switch 2 bundle, you're basically only paying $50 for the game, and in that case, I would totally get it. If you're going to buy the console anyways, you might as well just get the bundle. You will get a lot of enjoyment out of this game, and it's definitely worth $50, but if you're paying full price, I would avoid it. Anyways, thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below on what you think about this game. Would you pay $80 for it? Do you have it? Do you plan on getting it? Or drop your friend code below if you want to race sometime. As always, thank you for watching.